Welcome to the Success Partner Podcast. I'm Daya Naef, your host and founder of The Success Partner. On this show, we dive into the stories of attorneys, business professionals, and entrepreneurs who have navigated the ups and downs of building successful careers and businesses. From the strategies they've implemented to the challenges they've overcome, we're here to uncover the insights that can help you on your own journey to success. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Welcome back, everybody, to the Success Partner Podcast. I am your host, Daya Naef, and today I have the great pleasure of having Frank DiBartolomeo in the studio with us today. Hello, Frank.
Hi, how you doing, Daya?
Great. So Frank, I've known for a while, but this is a great opportunity to get to know him even better. He is a professional speaker and a public speaking consultant, and just a very interesting person all around. So, Frank, I'd just love for you to kick it off. Tell us what you're doing now and how you got there.
Well, I've taken a circuitous route. As you can see, I'm not 27. So I spent 21 years in the Air Force. I was an engineer in the Air Force, so I didn't fly, but I designed and helped design aircraft subsystems. My specialty was electronic warfare, jamming radars, things like that from airplanes. And then when I retired in 99, I retired. My last assignment was in the Washington, D.C. area. I knew there were a lot of jobs down here. I was married at that time about 4 years. And my wife Elaine and I decided that we stay in this area. And it's been great. I had another 24-year career in as a government contractor. With various three-letter agencies around the area here as a contractor, not as a government person. So that was very interesting, some really interesting stuff. But back in 1990, I was a captain, a 12-year captain, almost a major, and in the Air Force. And I decided, hey, let me check out this Toastmaster thing. What is it, And I was like, had a lot of swagger going into that room. And, I had given many different presentations and, I knew what I was doing. And my jaw dropped about 10 minutes into that session. It was with the Wright Flyers, Toastmasters, their meeting. I think it was January 9th, 1990. And I found out I had a lot to learn. And since then, I was with the Wright Flyers until I came to this area in 95. And then I joined the Burke Toastmasters and a number of other Toastmasters groups. I started some. But I realized that I really enjoy speaking in front of people. One of those, with all due respect to engineers out there, one of those weird engineers that likes to speak in front of people. And I love interacting with people and getting to know people. I tell my wife, I really love going to cocktail parties where I know no one because I learned so much. So in 2007, I started my company, DiBartolomeo Consulting International. On paper, I think it was one piece of paper, because I waited 10 years till 2017 till I joined the National Speakers Association, the Washington, D.C. chapter. I finally figured out if I wanted to become a professional speaker and consultant, I might have to go hobnob with people that are professional speakers and consultants. So I joined the NSA D.C. chapter, and that has been just a whirlwind. Toastmasters is for people that want to improve their speaking, which is great because people in NSA want to do that. But the National Speakers Association is about speaking as a business. And with all the different things that go in that, and there's a lot of commonality between professional speaking businesses and other businesses, like customer relationship management software and marketing and things like that. And of course, I'm an engineer. I'm an expert at marketing, right? Not so. It's been great. I've spoken to a number of groups, Program Management Institute. I just got back from Liberty University down in Lynchburg, Virginia. I spoke to 6 different classes in 2 days, about 945 students. So it was a long days, but very nice. It was nice to be back in the atmosphere of college and learning and things like that. So I've joined the board this year of the NSA DC chapter. I'm the program chair. So I've gotten involved that way, and I am going to be speaking either in January or March to the California chapter of NSA. It'll be obviously remote. So things are moving up. My particular challenges in the business have to do with prospecting and referrals. Referrals are really important to me, and I think to most people, because a referral, you already have qualification from the person that's referring you. So it just breaks down a lot of doors that you would have to go through. I also found out in organizations that as far as your budget authority goes to actually get you to come in and speak, there's usually many people that can say no. There's usually one or two people that can say yes. So you have to kind of find out who those people are, type thing. But I've had a number of challenges over my life, but they've all added up to where I am now. I have a wonderful, just a wonderful wife. I tell everybody that she's an angel every day, but I'm on probation every day, and so I have to be on my best behavior. But it's been a great run. So that's about it.
So what are some projects that you would be, hey, let's look at 2025 coming up right here immediately, and like 2026, like what would be your ideal? Somebody called you and said, Frank, I got the gig for you, the gig that you really want. What would that be?
Mm-hmm. Well, universities are certainly in that mix.
Okay.
Also, lately, I've been talking to patent attorneys. I belong to a group, I think you know it, Galway Group. And Brian Bolger, you know Brian. I had a one-on-one with him about 2 months ago, and he said, Frank, have you ever thought about patent attorney clients? So I know you're an attorney. I'm slowly making my way through the maze of patent attorneys, and then also talking to their clients and seeing what presentations they have to make to investors, to their employees, to the patent office, maybe that type of thing. So I hope to expand that wildly. I've gotten, I think you know Liz Johnson.
I do.
Yes, you know Liz Johnson. Well, she's been a godsend. She's kind of my fairy godmother, if you will. She's been looking out for me. And I found out she's 5 months older than I am. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but she's kind of like my big sister. And she's been watching out for me like unbelievable, and doing a lot of work for me in my business. We just got through redoing the descriptions on my services. Also, she's going to be putting together a one sheet. You probably know what a one sheet is, that you can send to people, send to prospective clients. Also, she's going to be putting together a full-blown marketing plan for me. And I talked to her today, and she's got lots of things going on in my future.
I love it.
Told me that. Yeah, she's really just really marvelous. But those are some of the things, and hopefully I'm trying to get more speaking gigs, and that's sometimes tough. I want to get into more technical associations, and I need to do more prospecting. And I'm a reader. I just bought a book called Fanatical Prospecting. So it's by a guy named Jeb Blount.
Okay. If
your readers are interested in that. He's also written a book on virtual speaking that was really phenomenal. So,
yeah, I love that idea of radical prospecting. You'll have to give me the breakdown on it.
Yeah. In
addition to the just do it factor.
Yeah, it's, I think in business, and maybe you've encountered this also, you have to prioritize, of course, and then you have to decide how far you're going to go with something before you cut the cord, or just stay with it. And sometimes success is just a little bit further away. It was Brian Tracy that said, when you have a horse race and a horse wins by a nose, they may get 10 times the winnings of the second place horse that lost by a nose, but they're not 10 times better. They're just a nose better.
Just a nose.
A nose better. So that's, I kind of go by that atmosphere, and I try to take advantage of opportunities. And when somebody ask me to contact them, I actually contact them. Some people don't do that, but so
That's true. Some of the people I work with, I work mainly in the small law firm market, and it's I've seen the statistics come out about you pay so much for your marketing and your leads, and then nobody ever calls those people back. And like, okay, and they may not be a good fit, but then that's when you've got to go back to your marketing people and say, I'm getting calls, but they're not right for me. So what do we need to do? But if you just don't ever
absolutely,
find
absolutely
out.
follow up. Yeah. Follow up, follow up, follow up. That's kind of like the 3 rules of business.
True.
Sometimes people don't follow up. I have learned that when you don't get an answer back to your emails, it's not a no. It's a not yet, or I can't do what you're doing right now, but I may in the future. There's lots of different reasons that could happen. But sometimes I think business owners, and I've fallen a victim to this also, sometimes we play games with ourselves like they really don't want me. No, they don't even know you.
They don't know you, right? And it's like we get so many emails, and somebody reflected to me the other day that they weren't opening my emails because they came from my company, the success partner, and
Right.
not me. And of course, I do that intentionally for branding purposes. However, I'm going to start to like kind of co-brand myself and my company because they know me and they would open an email from me, but they weren't.
Yes.
It just came in as just any old other company trying to get their attention. So
There are some people I interact with and I don't even know the name of their company. They don't list it anyplace. They just have their name as their, and I do have a URL, which is frankdibartolomeo.com that does go, if anybody sends an email to that, it will go to my Frank at speakleadandsucceed.com. But I haven't quite gotten there yet to where I'm using it fully.
mm-hmm.
So mostly because I'm having problems typing the name in. So I'm sure somebody else is going to have problems typing the name in. So yeah,
You get an A for uniqueness, but maybe a C for easeability.
yeah. Actually, my rubric is how much money is coming in. Not
Right.
always. I'm at the point in my life now where I really want to give back. There's you probably heard of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. He wrote another book called First Things First. And in First Things First, he says that humans have 4 needs. Pull it away from the camera. 4 needs: to live, to love, to learn, and to leave a legacy. And I think I'm at the point now where I'm leaving a legacy. I've written a lot. I've been writing a blog for many years. And I actually wrote my book from those blog articles. And I've started a podcast. So that's exciting. I haven't gone video like you have yet, but in fact, another meeting, I want to pick your brain about the Riverside connection here.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so I'm expanding. Fortunately, I have the wherewithal to do that now. Some people don't. So I'm going to take advantage of it. So.
That sounds great. So what do you do for fun outside of promoting your speaking and speaking?
Well, this is going to sound quite boring, but I am a avid reader. I'm kind of doing a with the election and everything, and I'm not getting political here. I'm kind of doing a refresh of how this country came about, and the founding fathers and the wives that supported them, like Abigail Adams. And what were they thinking? What was the thinking back then? And how did we actually come about? It's amazing because few things, if they had changed, we wouldn't even have a country right now. So it's pretty amazing. I also enjoy going out to dinner with my wife.
Yay.
I enjoy doing anything with my wife, but dinner is a big deal. And we're going to be going out in early December for my birthday. My daughter's going to be in. She's a journalist up in New York, Vermont. My son can't come in because he's a naval nuclear officer and he's in a submarine now under the Atlantic, like 6-month deployment. So I enjoy those things. I enjoy very much going apple picking every year.
Fun.
And being outside and There's one farm we go in Western Virginia called Holland Farm. Oops, should I not said that? But it's a great place. The view is dazzling. That's the only way to say it. And I've taken pictures of it. I've taken photographs of it. Photographs don't
Doesn't do
do
it
it.
justice.
They
Wow.
don't do just really
When it's
nice.
apple season, I think I'm going to miss it.
I think you've kind of missed it. And the reason I can tell you that is that we went to Holland Farm one year in early November. It was closed.
Okay.
So I think it's more September and October.
Okay.
And we get there by the middle of October. It's a lot of fun. There's kids and dogs and just a vibrance of life happening. Of course, don't forget the apple cider donuts. They're always, I enjoy those. So that's, and we walk a lot. I take a walk every morning at 8:00 and I have my headphones in and I'm podcasting or listening to podcasts. So that's interesting. And I do learn a lot. I'm kind of one of those people that hates to waste time. So if I'm walking, I might as well be learning when I'm walking or even in the car.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's
okay.
a little bit boring, but it's safe. I don't break any bones or anything. I'm not, one of those. So
That's great. Yeah, I love to read too. Same. And I'm always listening to something or, I try to, of course, encourage mindfulness and like just walking for the sake of walking, and multitasking and learning something new while I'm doing all that as well. So
absolutely. It's really great. We're thinking about moving to Charleston next year. So I'm doing different things on that and looking at houses. And the problem is I can only pick one house. I like a lot.
know. Wow.
Yeah. I have visions of having a swimming pool in the back, but we'll see.
We'll see. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, remind us again the title of your book so that we can find it.
The title is Speak Well and Prosper, Tips, Tools, and Techniques for Better Presentations.
Wonderful. And I'll put a link to that in the show notes as well.
Yeah, please do. And if you can, link to my podcast. It's title of it is Successful Speaking for Technical Professionals.
I love it.
It's on Apple and Spotify.
Wonderful. Wonderful. We're on YouTube and getting on Spotify. So wonderful.
Good.
Well, cool. Frank, it's been so wonderful catching up with you. And I know we'll be in touch. We see each other a lot. And for that, I am grateful. And thank you, everybody, for listening to today's episode of the Success Partner Podcast. Again, I am your host, Daya Naef, and we've had with us today Frank DiBartolomeo, a speaker and a public speaking consultant. Until next time.
Take care, everybody.
Thank you for joining us on the Success Partner Podcast. I hope you enjoyed today's conversation and found some valuable takeaways to apply to your own business journey. Remember, this show is brought to you by The Success Partner, where we help small law firms and business owners achieve unparalleled success through strategic guidance, operational excellence, and effective marketing. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, visit thesuccesspartner.net to learn more. Until next time, keep striving for success, and I will see you in the next episode.